Fallout New Vegas perfect playthrough. Just a little addendum to the most recent episode. The reason we couldn't speak with the Vagrant is because we weren't on Veronica's quest. You need to be on Veronica's quest looking for Euclid's Sea Finder in order to have the option to talk with him about where it might be in Freeside. So that was why. Otherwise, our low intelligence would have worked. But now, before we finish up last of Freeside's quest in the Silver Rush, let's talk to our Freeside companions. How you feeling, boy? And I'm still working on getting you fixed. And let's inspect Rex closer. And the paint, all the weather, and seems like I'll have to read this quicker. There's a painting of a bull on Rex's side. Now let's examine his brain case. It looks sickly, and the gel which it's contained in. Wow, that goes quick. Let's examine his mechanical parts. Well, I guess we'll stop examining him. I thought I'd be able to read that quicker. I guess I am not smart enough. But yeah, as you can see, there's a bowl on his side, and he has mechanical parts. And I guess his brain looks as good as I guess I could reasonably expect it to. And now let's talk to Arcade as well, who we have not yet gone in depth into conversation.
What's up?
What's your opinion on the current situation?
It could be better. If we can find a way to work toward the independence of New Vegas, that would be ideal. But really, as long as you don't help out the Legion, anything's better than that.
And why don't you tell me about yourself?
I'm really very boring. You'd get better stories out of a Freeside junkie.
Arcade, I'm asking you because I'm interested. Don't put yourself down.
Oh, all right. I'm 30-ish. Well, late 30s. I was born west of here. I was an only child and spent most of my time with my mother. My father died when I was young and I never got over it. Oh, and I like medicine and reading books about failed pre-war socioeconomic policies. Right now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, why hasn't some lucky man scooped this bachelor off his feet? Like I said, I'm bored.
Why don't you like talking about yourself?
Some people do. I just don't. Look, I appreciate that you're trying to be friendly, but I'd just rather not discuss it.
And a dialogue option I like from Arcade is, do you always deflect personal questions?
Only to obfuscate my past association with a fascist paramilitary organization. I'm joking, of course. I will deflect personal questions at any opportunity. Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. I wanted to help people and I enjoyed learning, so I signed up. New Vegas is in trouble, so I came out here. If someone doesn't step up and try to help the people here, it's going to end very badly.
And where'd you get your medical training?
Followers taught me everything I know about medicine. Despite our humble abode here in New Vegas, we have great facilities back in the NCR. We may have overextended ourselves by setting up camp in Freeside, but the people here need help from someone. If not us, who?
And you can do better than that.
No, really. Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither have I, but I can guarantee you that a Freeside junkie has.
So yeah, Arcade is intentionally trying to obfuscate his past association with a fascist paramilitary organization, which is, of course, the Enclave. So yeah, that's the dialogue from our companions, and let's go into the last building in Freeside, the Silver Rush.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling.
Okay, search away.
It should only take a moment. There, I've stored all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
That's a lot of energy weapons. Brings back some interesting memories.
Memories of what?
Oh, of hearing stories about energy weapons. They're pretty crazy. Yeah.
Meeting. You'll have to
Interesting
wait till
from
it's over.
arcade.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
Yeah, that's an interesting little cutscene. It used to be more detailed, but they rightly cut it down as it was going on too long. And now it really doesn't make sense. But, why do we have pork and beans? But, yeah, here are the Van Graffs. Here's the guy that they, killed for whatever reason.
Evening.
And, let's see if
Hey.
John Baptiste has anything to say.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
Yep. He has a reputation that we've heard from around Freeside, but let's talk to Gloria.
Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you?
And first, let's see what she has for sale.
Of course.
And a lot of pulse slugs, which are useful, and a lot of pretty good GRA weapons. Authentic blade for the katana. So yeah, must get for energy weapons. And if you're worried about maybe having to kill her, these uniques will transfer over to the Vendatron if she dies. But let's talk to her
Silver Rush.
about quests. Mind if I ask you some questions?
Not at all.
What do you think of the Gunrunners?
There are chief competitors in this region and many others. That makes them our enemies. While I respect their business acumen, I'm obligated to try to destroy them however I can. That's business, after all.
So this is a family business?
Yes, it is. My brother and I run this particular branch, but our family has operations all over, particularly in California.
And this seems like a bad neighborhood to open a store.
Look around, and you'll notice two things. First, we don't lack for security. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in here or stealing our goods. Not that we don't occasionally have attempts, but even those prove useful. Do you know how much target dummies cost? Back to my point. The second thing you'll notice is that we do not sell cheap merchandise. Everything here is second to none. People who buy Van Graff goods typically don't care where they have to go to get them.
And tell me about Freeside.
This place is certainly lively, that's for sure. Did you want to know something specific about it?
Also, if you're recognizing the voice actor, that is the female sole survivor from Fallout 4. Tell me about the Kings.
Ah, the rulers of Freeside. The Kings are a bunch of boys who refuse to grow up, and this is their playground. Their leader seems different, though. The few times I've dealt with him, I've been impressed, despite myself. Unfortunately, he rarely acts. The Kings believe that everyone in Freeside can do whatever they want, provided they can back it up with force. Which suits us just fine. When we first arrived in Freeside, the Kings protested when we kicked out the original occupant of this establishment. When we reduced several of their members to glowing puddles of goo, their objections vanished. Since then, we've left each other alone.
Tell me about the followers.
I don't really have much to do with them. They seem to have an aversion to weapons technology, and those who possess a great deal of it. Their loss, really.
And what is there to do here?
Well, you probably noticed the Atomic Wrangler across the street. That's pretty much the place to go around here. They make it a little loud around here at night, but the business their proximity brings more than makes up for it. Other than them, You're better off skipping Freeside entirely and just heading to the Strip.
I would never skip Freeside on the perfect playthrough. And tell me about yourself.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I was born into a big family and don't get along with my parents. So here I am, as far away from them as possible.
And what do you think of the NCR?
You must not know a lot about my family, or you wouldn't have asked that. The Van Graffs and the NCR have been enemies for decades. They've tried to block our expansion for years, but we've managed to grow regardless. The problem is, they have too. The NCR is huge now. We're talking on a scale that's difficult to imagine. Time was, we could fight them and hold our own. Not so anymore. My family has enough men and guns to field a small army, but the NCR can field a really, really big army. Fighting them is out of the question now.
I'm done commenting on the disparity between the NCR as mentioned in this game and as mentioned in the Fallout TV show. I say that, but I did just comment on it. What do you think of the Legion?
I've only heard rumors, since this is the furthest east our operations go, but the rumors are pretty scary. They're said to be a huge slaver nation, with all the soldiers obeying their lord with unquestioning obedience. Sounds like a man I'd like to meet.
And what do you know of Mr. House?
Very little, same as everyone else. We attempted to deal with him when we first moved into the area, but had no luck. He must have his own weapons supplies to keep as many laser-armed robots operational as he does. Makes me wonder where they are.
And I was also wondering if you had any work available.
It just so happens a position opened up recently. We currently need another body to guard the entrance outside. Think you can handle that?
Sure, count me in.
Wonderful. I already have a man outside who can show you the ropes and get you set up. His name is Simon. He's been with the family for years, so listen to what he says and follow his instructions.
So yeah, this starts Birds of a Feather. And I feel like it's a quest that a lot of people skip. And many people, including myself, do not finish. So let's talk to Simon.
Welcome to the Sylv... Oh, crap. Don't tell me you're my new guard.
How'd you know?
You can always tell a rookie. You look too eager. Give the job a few hours, and the shine will come right off. You'll be covering the other side of the door there. Take your position while I get your stuff out. Good.
Let's see, we go. Now we're stuck.
Customers and risks can enter and exit the area. I get your gear ready. Okay, now let's get you geared up. First, your armor. Standard issue is your run-of-the-mill combat armor, with a nice dark coat of paint for both brand recognition and sheer intimidation value. Next, your weapon. Guards are required to use rifles. Anything lighter compromises your combat effectiveness. Anything heavier and people are too scared to come in the door. What's your preference, laser or plasma?
Now, it's very important to say laser, because he makes fun of you if you say plasma.
Good choice. I prefer laser-based weapons myself, but the boss lady says she wants at least one guard using a plasma rifle. Says the lightning bits draw in more people. Whatever. Now that you're equipped, a quick word on the job at hand. In a nutshell, we're here to keep the riffraff away. Drunks, punks, and capless vermin are to be turned away. Potential customers are to be permitted normal entrance. That is, after we pat them down for weapons. An unarmed man is a lot less likely to try to steal something with several armed guards around. Don't start any fights. I don't care if some jet junkie just assaulted your mother. We're here to promote violence elsewhere, not start it here. Lastly, don't abandon your post. We're getting paid to stand next to this door, not talk to someone down the street or head to the casino. That goes double for any thoughts of splitting with that gear. Every now and then, some young punk thinks he can run off with Van Graff property. Trust me, the rifle and armor are nice. They're not worth your life. Other than that, relax. There's usually some eye candy coming and going from the Wrangler over there at some point, so the view's not too bad.
Alright. So yeah, first off, I'll comment on the Van Graffs. They were originally
You got some hours left before your shift ends.
one of the major factions in the canceled Fallout Van Buren game.
I'll let you handle this one.
And so they have a lot of backstory, but there isn't too much influence in this game. And then the next part is about this quest and how I feel it's sort of... First we'll talk to this
Is this
guy.
where I can pick up a laser gun?
Sorry, sir, but I can't let you in. Company policy.
Sounds like a stupid policy to me.
Good. Stick to the rules.
And the problem with this quest is...
Another one coming. You're on.
Spoiler alert for it, because we're not going to be completing it. They make it seem like you're going to deal with the Legion, but then the Van Graffs double cross them for the NCR. But before they double cross them, they want you to kill Cass. So you're never going to do this on an NCR playthrough, because you like Cass. And you're never going to do it on a Legion playthrough, because it's against the Legion.
I was in the area and thought I'd stop by to look at your weapons. Can I go in?
We're going to have to search you first.
Fine by me.
He's clean. See? Not too hard, is it?
But yeah, so you're not going to do it on an NCR playthrough, and you're not going to do it on a Legion playthrough. So when are you going to finish this quest? But the beginning is perfectly completable, and it gets you a nice little bit of rewards and some caps, you know. And this part of the quest in particular can be used to complete parts of other quests, which I will mention as it comes up.
Howdy. I just done broke the bank over at the Wrangler there and thought I might peruse your fine wares. Maybe lighten my purse a little?
Certainly, sir. We need to pat you down for weapons first.
Now hold on here. I'm not packing any heat. Ain't my word good enough for you?
I'm sure you're a man of your word, sir, but we still need to pat you down. No exceptions.
I suppose it's all right, if there's no other choice.
He's clean.
See? Told you so.
Yeah, the first quest that
This way. Don't screw it up.
the first quest that this can help you with is Cass would like to get revenge in the Van Graffs, which we will see coming up soon. And the other part is when the NCR wants you to assassinate Pacer. If you recall from one of the many tips we heard from Rotface in a previous episode, Pacer has problems with the Van Graffs, and killing him during this quest counts as blaming it on the Van Graffs. Now this guy will help you with Cass's quest.
Hey, looking for something to replace my old revolver. Mind if I head in?
And if you let this guy in, his plan will be successful, and we'll see what his plan is. Sorry, we're gonna have to search you first.
That's not really necessary, is it? I already told you I got this here revolver, right?
It's company policy. Now are you gonna let us search you or what?
Damn, I knew this wasn't gonna work. Hey!
And we can quickly look and see he has some C4 on him, and a revenge note. And the revenge note says he hates the Van Graffs. That's pretty much it. Now let's see what Simon has to say.
Welcome to the Silver Run. Welcome.
Oh, that's not what you're supposed to say, Simon.
Things are about to get interesting.
Oh. Well, there you go. We got him. And if you let him through, he'll explode the Silver Rush, killing everyone inside. And that'll help with that quest.
How's it hanging? Looks like you've got a little helper today. What can I say? Business has been good. Good to hear, buddy. Is the boss lady in? You know she is. Why don't you go in and say hi?
Nah, I got some rounds to run. But do pass along that I'm always thinking of you. Actually, I got a better idea. Make the new hire tell her. You'll do that for me, won't you?
Yeah, and you can, incite Pacer into a fight, kill him with your energy weapon, and then the Van Graffs will be blamed. But we like the Kings, and so we'll say, why not tell her yourself?
I would, but I tend to distract the boss lady a little too much. She can't help herself. Anyway, I got things to do. Later, Simon.
Way to keep your head, rookie. Let's hope for you yet. It's just about closing time. Let's go see the boss about getting paid. Oh, I'm gonna need the rifle and armor back. Boss's orders.
And yeah, now you can also bring weapons into the Silver Rush now that you've completed this. So even then, and also we turn this guy into an ash pile. But if you kill him and his body's still there, there'll be a small cutscene where it gets cleaned up, and that will, and then he'll move it into this dumpster. But anyway, let's go get paid.
Simon's been telling me how it went. Let's do a quick recap. You kept away the undesirables, patted down the rest for weapons, and kept your cool. That is to say, you performed as instructed. Simon was impressed, and so am I. So you get a small bonus with your normal pay. Unfortunately, I found someone else with a little more experience, and he'll take over the position starting tomorrow. However, another task has come up that I could use some help with, assuming you're still interested in making some money.
Always.
There's a deal that we've been working on for a while now, and the buyer would like a sample of our weapons. I need you to run a package out to a discreet location that the client has chosen. Sound good?
I'll do it.
Good. Here's the package. I'll mark the location on your map. The buyer said they'd be in town for quite a while, so there's no rush. That said, try not to dawdle. This client could mean big money for us, which naturally means big money for you.
And so yeah, this is the next phase of the quest. And yeah, he's out in the middle of nowhere. And it will be a Legion operative. And we'll try to go far south so a Legion raiding party doesn't spawn. But now that we have Implant GRX, we're actually not too worried about the Legion raiding parties. Also, while I'm in the area, I'm going to grab this location for Cass's quest, as we'll probably maybe be getting to that this episode, maybe, who knows? Maybe next episode. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't count as a named legionary for the Gunrunner's Arsenal Challenge.
Are you the Van Graff's emissary?
I am.
Do you have what we requested?
Where's the payment?
I wasn't informed there was to be an exchange on my part. What are you talking about?
My employers managed to negotiate a small fee for this drop a short time ago.
Such a thing is possible. I've been out in the field for some time. Fine. This should cover your grievance. Now the package, if you will.
It's right here.
Huh. Then our business is concluded. Tell your superiors that we will contact them shortly.
Sounds good. And we'll head back to Freeside and do that right away. As this is the last little bit of Freeside related content. Well, I say that there's still a couple of other things we need to do. Ah, yes, the first of many.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
And the kings will now give you random stuff. This time he gave me 2 stim packs, which is pretty good. But sometimes it's stuff that you do not want.
Wanna get lucky? Head on down to the atomic ring.
And Simon will joke with you.
Welcome to the Silver Rush. New Vegas's best. I'm just kidding. Go on in.
Yep, and we don't get searched. So there you go. Silver Rush, you can steal a lot of stuff by dragging it into this bathroom, the legendary Silver Rush bathroom. But we won't be doing that right now.
Welcome back. Did you have news for me, or are you just here for the guns?
I delivered the package as requested.
And? Don't leave me in suspense. What was their reaction?
What do you know about this client?
It's better if you don't ask. Now, I believe I asked you a question. What was their reaction?
They seemed pleased and said they'd be in touch.
Good. Good. Here's your payment. If you'll excuse me, I have some thinking to do. Oh, Jean-Baptiste was talking about a matter earlier that he needs help with. I volunteered you. See him for the details.
And so let's talk to Jean-Baptiste.
Ah, just the person I was looking for. Your name came up in a discussion we had recently. My sister is very impressed with you so far, but I'm not. I don't think you have what it takes to work for this family. Luckily for you, I'm going to give you a chance to prove me wrong. What do you say? Want to make some real money?
What would I have to do?
No. That's not how it works. You don't get to weigh the options. You're either in or you're out.
Alright, I'm in.
Alright then. If we're going to work together, there's only one thing you need to know about me. I like things simple. Recently, Glory negotiated a deal between us and a big-time player. We're talking more caps than you'd probably see in a lifetime. Your part in this is simple. To finalize this deal, I need to tie up a loose end. To do that, there's a girl I need you to find.
Who is this girl?
Her name is Rose of Sharon Cassidy. That's some fancy shit, right? Don't know what her mother was thinking with a name like that. But this girl and I, we need to have a discussion. Find her, bring her here, so I can talk to her, one-on-one.
What did you want to talk to her about?
If your answer isn't yes, I'll bring her here, or no, I won't because Gloria had me pegged wrong, then we're done here.
And why don't you do it?
I got business here. Need to watch the shop, make sure things are running smoothly. Besides, if I came for the girl, I'm not all friendly and charming like you are. She might get the wrong idea.
And anything you can say to her, you can say to me.
You don't want us chatting, trust me. As for the girl, I just want to talk to her. And if you can't bring her here, then you're no use to me, or Gloria. So if you want to cause trouble in here over nothing, then go on, try.
Alright, I'll do it.
Find her, bring her back here so we can talk. Needless to say, there's some good money in it for you.
And then, yeah,
What's up?
you bring Cass back and he kills her. And it's like, why would I ever do that in an NCR playthrough? So, I don't know exactly what they were going for with this quest. We are going to go get Cass, though. Ironically. But not for birds of a feather. We're gonna get Cass because her quest is next up on the docket, I think. Well, not exactly.
Well, now, look.
Looking to join up with me again?
Was reminded why I left this place as soon as I walked in. Let's go.
Yep, now that we got Cass. we are going to start exploring the north and west part of the Mojave. And we actually have quite a few things to do up in the north. The most important of which is some of our companions' quests, but there's also skill books and unique weapons and other things. You notice we checked out the sewers in an earlier episode. You'll start noticing those manholes all over now. And here's the other side of North Vegas Square. You can see the junk door. And here's the H&H Tool Company, which we might check out eventually. I think that might be in the episode where we take down House. We might explore those in the same episode. And I think first we're going to just grab some locations here. This area isn't as fleshed out as other parts of the game. There isn't quite as much to loot, but we're still grabbing every location. Like this South Cistern. The South Cistern is optional to the whitewash. You can investigate it and see if there's any water theft going on there. Now here is another entrance to West Side, which we are going to grab the fast travel location. But we're going to go through the main entrance. But first, we got to stop at the Thorn. And you got to stop at the Thorn and talk to Red Lucy before you go to Vault 22. And you will see why. Despite the fact that we will be doing this quest way later in the playthrough. Or at least finishing it.
I'd remember if I had seen you here before. I'm sure of it. What do you want?
What is this place?
The clamor of our bloodthirsty crowds reaches every corner of the wasteland. But I'll pretend that your ignorance doesn't offend me, stranger. This is the Thorn. Here's where the strong make a name for themselves, and the weak are fed to the jaws of hell. You can bet on the contenders. Or, if you have what it takes, be one of the contenders. Be warned. The Thorn demands respect. Break the rules, or offend me in any way, and I'll gut you open for all to see.
Tell me more about the Thorn.
What do you want to know?
What are the rules?
The rules are simple. My creatures fight for our pleasure. You can bet on a contender and earn double if you choose the victor. But you can get a bigger share if you risk your skin in the Thorn. Win a fight, and I'll give you a meaty cut of the earnings. I won't tolerate anyone that interferes with the fights. Offend me, and your blood will be the next to spill. Other than that, anything goes.
What's fighting in the next match?
Giant rad scorpions about to battle in the Thorn.
And we can bet on it or fight in the Thorn, but I think that'll be saved for a later episode. And do you set up custom fights?
My creatures are expensive to find, expensive to raise, and expensive to maintain. If your pleasure is to see them bleed at your will, I'll oblige only after my costs are covered, stranger. Those costs will change depending on your choice of fighters. Also, I'll only allow fair fights in the Thorn. I'll help you set up good matches. You pay, you bet, and I bring you the most delightful spectacle on this world. Are we clear?
Yeah, so you're gonna have some fun in the Thorn. But let's have some questions about Westside.
Ask and you might get an answer.
Is Westside part of New Vegas?
New Vegas has many faces, stranger. Despite everything, it shall never be whole. When the land hunts you, when fighting for survival is the norm, Your neighbors become either saviors or enemies. Westside is a part of New Vegas, just as much as it's a part of the wasteland. In the end, stranger, we need them both to continue making our fate.
How do people here manage to survive?
Westside attracts all sorts of travelers, including merchants and farmers. They come here to exchange their goods or to seek protection. Our community provides enough food, clothes, weapons, and medicine to encourage trade and to arm our defenses. The Thorn demonstrates, beyond anything else, that we're self-sufficient. Our desert blood has overcome even the strongest beasts of the wasteland.
And tell me about you.
What's on your mind?
My mind's thinking about what I could do with you in private.
Bold, as it pleases the Thorn and me. But it does take more than that to earn my admiration. You speak like a hunter, yet only actions prove one's worth. The Thorn requires a tribute of blood, and so do I.
How can I pay tribute to you?
Think you have what it takes? All right. Prove your worth, and I'll reward your service. The Thorn needs newborn specimens that will one day grow to honor us with their blood. Bring me 12 giant mantis's eggs. If you accomplish this, I might gift you with greater tasks in the future.
Where can I find giant mantis's eggs?
You'll find egg-carrying mantises in the wasteland. But a wise hunter would search at a mantis's breeding ground, like the nearby ruins of Vault 22.
I'll find them for you.
You've got yourself a deal. So long, stranger.
And we'll still talk to her and get the rest of that dialogue, but yeah, you need to do this to get the giant mantis egg clutch to spawn in Vault 22. And we're going to be doing all of Vault 22 in one trip.
Welcome back, stranger.
And how did you become the master of the Thorn?
The Thorn is my master, not the other way around. I live to make our kin able to transcend their limitations. Our land is harsh and hostile. Our lives are cheap and fragile. Death is our assured fate, striking when least we expect it. The Thorn awakens us to the truth. Here we escape from our bonds and choose the moment of death against the will of destiny.
And what's your take on the state of affairs of the Mojave Wasteland?
The land does not care about petty squabbles among lesser men. I don't care about that either. In the end, the people of New Vegas will continue to live and die here. It matters not who their self-appointed master is.
Interesting. Well, there's Red Lucy, and I think that'll be very late in the game episode for taking down all the death claws and whatnot. You can also head into the sewers from here, as I mentioned in the sewer episode. But we won't be doing that either. The other thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this fast travel station. Fast travel location for the Monte Carlo Suites, home of the Scorpions gang. And the Scorpions also only really exist to be part of the whitewash and sort of take the blame. Another thing to note is the only one in the game, right here, is the tampered mailbox. And you can, we disarmed it with our repair skill, and you can reactivate it. And it's just, this is the only one in the game. So if you're like, oh, I really want a mailbox trap, there it is. It's the perfect playthrough. We go over the mailbox trap in the perfect way. But now we're gonna head to West Side, and we've been doing Contreras' quest somewhat piecemeal, and we'll continue that there. There's also been some disappearances we're going to investigate, And we also heard in a deleted log from Prim Slim that we recovered that a few people absconded with Vicky and Vance's gun and made their way to West Side.
Howdy.
So we got a lot to investigate here. And we'll have even more in the future. Something to do with these lush crops that are growing. But that will be far in the future, as it necessitates a visit to the Strip. But yes, here's West Side. With the West Side Militia, access to the sewers. And the first thing we're going to do is go into Miguel's pawn shop. That loud dog is ruining my playthrough.
If you're down on your luck and need some caps, I'll buy just about anything. Of course, I've also got plenty of things for sale, too.
Have you been in West Side long?
My grandfather opened up this shop. Took over from him when the fiends killed him.
And now let's see what he has for sale. I'm really buying 12 gauge. And he mentioned earlier, Farber mentioned earlier, oh, he has some dino toys. Farber mentioned earlier that you could find the, whatever you call it.
Another
The junk needed to fix the food processor here, and he was right. You can. Not guaranteed all of it, but a good portion of it. And now let's talk to Price. Except this isn't Price.
What do you want?
Have you seen a guy named Price around?
We work together. I'm handling his deliveries for the moment while he handles a business opportunity that came up.
I'm looking for some betting advice.
What? Look, do you have something to drop off or not?
And this is kind of weird portion of Contreras' quest where you don't really want to do the perception check, I think. I think you just go, well, never mind.
Crazy Wastelander.
Yep, sounds about good. And now we need to head back to Contreras to resolve this. So that'll be dipping our toe in West Side. Actually, yeah. I think we're just going to do that for now. Yeah. So now we're going to head back to Camp McCarran. And Contreras' quest is long and very buggy at this part, so I hope it works out well here. I think it's also alright if you do the int/perception check.
Hey.
But the check fails regardless. It's really weird. These Camp McCarran quests get kind of tricky. Another thing we're gonna do while we're here is fix the food processor. So that's good. Got that food processor fixed. Just with our naturally high repair. And now, not finally, because Contreras will ask us to do one more thing. It's always one more thing. And it seems like the game crashed, but we'll try to restart it quick. Is a part of is brutal. Alright, hopefully with the next gen load times, we'll be quickly back into it. Man, we're almost 36 hours into this playthrough. Not gone into Vegas yet. Hopefully this time Contreras' door works. There we go. And let's tell him about it.
So you're back.
Some other guy replaced Price, and he definitely didn't know the password.
Oh shit, I'm guessing he got caught by the NCR. We need to kill that guy now that he's seen you. Last thing we need is some investigator tracking you down. Get it done, and I think we can settle accounts, so to speak.
Alright. So yeah, this isn't exactly super pro NCR, but at the same time, I really want Contreras' sweet inventory. So it'll have to be for now. And
here to do business?
I think Miguel had some stuff on him that we could use. Yes, nice bladed gauntlet.
Give me a shout.
Thank you, Miguel. And now we're going to equip the bladed gauntlet, and perhaps a nice what is it? Pugilism thing. Let's see what. Oh, it's Boxing Weekly, and Pugilism is the Boxing Times, and the Pugilism one is the skill book itself. And then you have to stealth kill him so your NCR rep does not get affected. And there it is. And
here to do business.
Miguel, did you see that? No, you didn't. Thank you. And we'll sell. Oh, we should have used the katana. Forgot about that. Usually not carrying the katana. And we can sell his trail carbine right to Miguel. We can also, while we're in here, steal this stuff from Miguel and sell it
here
to him.
To do business?
Well, we can't sell it to Miguel, but we'll sell it to someone. Don't you worry. And I think this is all we're going to do in West Side for quite right now. And there's Camp McCarran. So now we'll head back to Contreras, and hopefully this will be completed successfully. And we'll remember to fix Farber's food processor again. And then this will really be all the Camp McCarran quests done except get the food additive in Vault 22, which will be next episode. I think that'll be it. We'll go and explore the sacked caravan, get the speech skill book that's up there, go to the follower's safe house, get the medicine skill book, and loot there. Fight our way through the Cazadors to Vault 22, and then we'll call it an episode. this one. There we go. And now we'll save, because we had that crash last time. But yeah, this episode is all a little unheard of things, I think. Though Contreras' quest might be a little more popular than I imagined, considering the reward is so great with this machine.
So you're back.
And I didn't convince the ranger. This is
Good to
weird.
hear. Well, I'd say you're officially invited to the big kid's table now. My stash is your stash. Oh, and I think you might get more use out of this rifle than I ever will. Enjoy.
Yeah, the dialogue stuff is a little bit bugged. And we can get all the 308 that we could ever desire for this machine as well, while we're at it. And we can sell all the stuff that we stole from Miguel's pawn shop. But yeah, as you can see, Contreras has 8,000 caps, and he has tons and tons of stuff. Tons of 12.7 millimeter if you're a survivalist rifle enjoyer, and you know, tons of stuff of that nature. And I think how's 300 sound? And as you can see, yeah, a lot of 12.7 reinforced combat armor. Stuff like that. Psycho. Sniper rifle. Ultra jet, which I've mentioned before. And there you go. There's all the stuff that oh, we got some pre-war money. So yeah. Oh. Still kept some of those microfusion cells on me. So there we go. I like to use this machine on the perfect playthrough because it isn't affected by the cowboy or the grunt perk, so I don't feel like I'm not getting the most out of it, unlike the medicine stick where I do feel that way. And so now let's start going to the reloading table. Also, my repair's high enough. I'm gonna have to at some point make match hand loaded 5.0 MG ammo. So that's on the to-do list as well. But for now, let's get our 308. Oh, let's break down our 12 gauge as well. Perfect. Now we can hear the sweet reload sound. Everyone loves the sweet reload sound of the M1 Garand. And now we will not be killing Cass, so instead of birds of a feather, let's get there stands the grass on the quest log, since that is what we will be doing. But we do have a few little detours to make first. And then yeah, next episode will be a Vault 22 episode. Vault 22, great vault. Referenced in the DLCs a lot. I'm really excited for it. Really excited to also get cracking with this machine. This machine is pretty cool. Pretty cool weapon. Pretty fun one. Before we, we gotta go to the Horowitz farmstead. And I believe there will be some, raiders around here, yep. Vipers, not fiends. And let's see how good our aim is.
Maybe I should switch to a squirt gun.
I get to hear a nice ping. And there you go. We needed some leather armor reinforced. So that'll be good for entering future combat. And Rex, you're gonna have to start carrying your own weight around here. Yep. Thank you, Rex. And yeah, that is a sweet, sweet sound. So yeah, oh, and I fucked that up, but there's the star bottle cap, I believe. There it is. So, we're still good on that. And the speech skill book here is actually within the farm, so we'll go and loot that. Ooh, a lot of 25mm grenades there, huh? And we'll investigate the wilderness north of this area, I think as a preamble to Honest Hearts. So we'll be back, don't worry. And, the Horowitz farmstead is... Oh shit. Where did I miss the entrance? Was it over there this whole time? Or is it way up there, but in the corner? I think it might be. Door over there. Dead air. But yeah, I'm looking around for it. I think it might be up there. Well, first let's investigate the crashed caravan with the attacked caravan with Cass.
More energy weapons hit this caravan. Place has been picked clean. This is Brotherhood level murder here. But they don't do things like that. This was done with a purpose. Let's poke around a bit, see what we can find. Might be something in the wreckage. All right then.
All right, let's look through it.
What's that? Looks like a map. Got the route along the west of Vegas, and they've marked another spot. Over here along this stretch. That's fucked up. Middle of nowhere.
Want to check it out?
Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's not any closer than the first. So if you'd rather let be, let me know.
We'll make the time.
All right then. Let's move out.
Gotcha, but here's Cass's sack caravan. We see more energy weapons here. I don't really know what map she is referring to. But maybe that's something that she found. And now that I'm remembering a little better, it's not the Horowitz farmstead. It's the Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch north of the Horowitz Farmstead that contains the speech skill book, and this one's really out in the middle of nowhere. We'll get there though. And we got leather armor back. I forgot to pick it up in Prim. I knew there was something I was supposed to do in Prim, but I didn't think it was that important, and you know what? It turned out to not be that important. So yes, up here is the farm we were searching for. Not the Horowitz Farmstead, but the Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch. And first, let's go into the house. And as you can see, there are some tumbleweeds in here. In the beds. And at the very top, there is a Lion Congressional Style marked as owned, and a cattle prod. And there's a unique interaction here up at Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch. Holy shit! That scared me, man. Legion Assassin? Where's the other ones? Is he in there? Let's go back in. Oh, now you're out. Get back here. Alright, there's that Legion Assassin dealt with. Marksman Carbine. Wish that was in better condition. Where are they? Alright. I guess we'll go and try and do this now, but the Legion Assassins are definitely going to interrupt. And the first thing you're going to want to do before interacting with Brooks Tumbleweed Ranch is to put all but one of your bottle caps in this metal box. We'll remember it's here. And then go into the Tumbleweed Ranch. And as you can see, there's a Wastelander here. You know what? We shouldn't have looted those caps, but we will. As you can see, there's a lot of tumbleweeds over there, and a shimmering figure in the distance. Ah! Where did you come from?
Right here. Where did you come from?
Wind Brahmin? You mean the tumbleweeds?
What?
Oh, you're crazy, aren't you?
Crazy with low prices on Wind Brahmin. You buy one.
And how much?
All.
All of my caps?
They are very good, Wind Brahmin. All caps.
And if you say no, he attacks. But we'll say, okay.
Ha ha, stupid human.
And then he takes all your caps. And you have to kill him to get him back. But yeah, there you go. We circumvented him and only paid him 8 caps, and now all of those Wind Brahmin are mine. And they're right there. Safe and sound, and we can enjoy our Wind Brahmin. And the Legion didn't come in and ruin our day. So the final aspect of this episode will be the followers' safe house, which we got access to last episode. We just gave them a bunch of fixer, and that was really it. Though we did end up completing a lot of their quests. They were pretty quick to the trigger on making us a member. But yeah, now I'm really looking for the Legion. Oh, there they are. Oh, Rex. You absolute fool. Alright, we're going to show off the power of implant GR. So yeah, Implant GRX is good, and it replenishes every day. So, even better. And what does this guy have? I don't like how it slows down even your menuing, though. And it's tough for me to up. There we go. Implant GRX is worn off. All right. So yeah, now the Legion are starting to carry some pretty valuable stuff, and that Legion assassin party kind of sucked. They got ambushed. You shouldn't be getting ambushed if you're on a Legion assassin party. But yeah, we'll end this episode after checking out the followers' safe house real quick. And next episode will be all centered around Vault 22. One of the better vaults. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to read all the terminals. I don't think I'm going to. But I think this one actually has a lot of recordings, so that would be better. But we'll have to reevaluate. And here, we can talk to Loria. Why are you here?
I like to check up on things from time to time. I can't let this place fall apart now, can I? Since you're here, I can offer you some medical supplies. I can't give you everything I have, but I can give you a few things.
Are you always here?
I'm usually here a few days out of the week, mostly to keep the fridge stocked. Plus, it's nice to get away from it all every now and then.
And I could use some stims.
I can give you stims or radiation supplies. Which would you prefer?
And give me some super stims.
Here you go.
Oh, that's not bad. And you got a workbench, and you got some refrigerators that restock. And you got a bed. You got some skill books, an advanced radiation suit, tri-beam laser rifle, more expensive plasma weaponry, multi-plas. The all-purpose science suit is pretty good. It has the best damage threshold to weight ratio in the game. Gives you some reinforced combat armor. A hunting shotgun with beanbag rounds, you know, because the followers are weenies. And of course, the DC Journal of Internal Medicine. So I think that off screen I'm going to go sell all this stuff and then fast travel back here, and we'll start the Vault 22 next time. So I'll see you then on the perfect playthrough. I am looking forward to it, and that is all.